Breaking news! A new episode of Let's Be Frank starting now!
Hello all! So, springtime is here, and for the first time like ever, Florida has had pretty freaking good weather. Might mean a hurricane's on the way, but it's totally worth it to not be dying of heat stroke in March and April. And now May. Blueberry season is here as well. And I was thinking, you know, Katrina and I just went blueberry picking recently. She makes a mean blueberry pie. I found a really good blueberry chutney recipe. I should make one of them. And then I was like, wait a minute. What if I made both? And then I thought, well, wait a minute. I can make a full 3-course meal using these blueberries. We have the starter salad, the main course, blueberry chutney on chicken, and finally our dessert, blueberry pie. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because first of all, we're gonna start with the salad. Now Katrina's gonna be joining us later for the pie, so you'll get just me for right now, but she'll come in at the end to show us her incredible, trust me on this, blueberry pie recipe. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's get started on that there salad. So, this salad, it's super easy. Since we're making 3 things this episode, I don't want to keep you guys for like 30 minutes or more, so let's breeze through this salad real quick. Alright, however much lettuce you like in a salad, I mean, the less you put in there, the less it's a salad. Then I like to put some grilled chicken on it. Now, I am using frozen grilled chicken because that's just easier, but, you know, especially because I like to take this to work. This is a very good meal to take to work. Feta cheese, best cheese if you remember my cheese tier list. So we're gonna add as much feta as you feel comfortable with. If you follow my TikTok, you'll know that feta is literally my kryptonite. I eat it with a spoon, so I like to add a lot. There's one thing I like to put on here that a lot of you might think is a little strange. Garlic. Not just any garlic though. Overly cooked garlic. And let me explain why as quick as I can for you. Joachim told me about this recipe he had to make garlic confit, which is this super good garlic. You cook it in oil and rosemary, and once you're done cooking it, you can just spread it over bread like butter. Sounds amazing. But unfortunately, and you know, this is no fault of him, everybody forgets, he told me to cook it at 325 degrees instead of 195. Quite the difference. So instead of getting some perfectly spreadable garlic, I got some garlic that's, well, a little crunchy. But to my surprise and delight, it was still delicious. Even a little crunchy and some a little chewy, this garlic is still so super good. And when I was trying to find a few ways to spice up the salad I had just started taking to work, at that point only consisting of chicken, lettuce, and the dressing, I thought, why not put a bunch of this garlic that I have no other use for on top of it? That was one of the best ideas I've ever had. If you like garlic, definitely do this. And of course, now we get to put a bunch of delicious blueberries, and not this green one, on top. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm gonna be honest, up until now, I have not been adding blueberries to this, but the reason I wanted to is because I already have this blueberry barbecue sauce that I put on top. Now I'm sure you're saying to yourself, Frank, whoa, why are you putting barbecue sauce on a salad? Well, let me tell you why. This goes so good on grilled chicken, man, and how do I say this? It makes everything stand out. This is so freaking good on a salad. I would give it a shot if I were you. If you live near Pepper Palace, that's where I bought it. But let's go ahead, pour all this dressing over top. Like I said, I don't have a lot left. But, you know, for serving size reasons, that may not be such a bad thing. Let's see how this all tastes together. Like I said, I have this for lunch a lot, but with the blueberries, I'm excited to see what kind of flavors it has. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. The blueberries complement everything perfectly. Wow, that's some good stuff. And you know what? Besides the dressing, which Honestly, it's not even that unhealthy. This is a very delicious, healthy, protein-packed salad that I would recommend anybody try. Good Lord. This is good, guys, but this is only the appetizer, you know, the side salad, the one that comes right before the meal. So let's go ahead and move on to our main course, the blueberry chutney. Boy, that salad sure was delicious. But now we're sitting down at our table, they've taken away our salad bowl, and we're waiting on our main course at the Let's Be Frank restaurant. Well, the main course for today is blueberry chutney on chicken. As you can see, I've already prepared the chicken. Now, I prepared it the exact same way I prepared the pork chops. I just put on salt, pepper, and paprika. A winning combination no matter what. But the chutney, we're gonna start making that right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and list off all the ingredients now, so when you at home make this, make sure you write this part down. 3 cups fresh blueberries, half a cup Almond Breeze unsweetened original almond milk, half a cup golden raisins. I did not realize it said golden, I got normal raisins, I'm sure it'll be fine. A 1/3 cup minced red onion, a 1/4 cup diced red bell pepper, a 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, and salt and pepper just to add along the top. So not too bad, right? I already have the onion, bell pepper, and garlic all cut up in here. Probably not minced as much as most people would mince it, but you know me, I like things to be a bit less fine. So now let's add a few more ingredients. Starting with the almond milk. Next we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of raisins, a 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup brown sugar. In you go. Now we need a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. Pop. And that's it. Because I already added the other stuff before. Except, of course, the most important thing. 3 cups of fresh blueberries. So if you want to follow me over here, let's go ahead and get a bunch of these guys all dropped on in. Make a lot of chutney. I know it's gonna simmer down and whatnot eventually, but I have a feeling this is gonna make a good amount of chutney. All right, I got the heat turned up. Honestly, I never thought I'd ever be combining things like onions and bell peppers with blueberries and almond milk, but I am excited to see how it turns out. This is almost kind of taboo in a way, combining such savory vegetables with these sweet and tart fruit. But hey, I'm looking forward to new things. Now, the thing with the blueberries is like back when I made the loquat chutney, I had to like chop down those loquats a lot and mince them quite a bit. These are just full blueberries. And like, I'm not sure, they're probably just gonna like shrivel down, right? Release their juices and whatnot. That'd be my guess, but I've gotta bring this to a boil, and then after that, we're gonna reduce the heat and have it simmer covered for 20 minutes. Alrighty, so now I'm putting the chicken in. It's only been 10 minutes since that's been cooking, but the chicken's gonna take about 20 minutes. This only needs another 10 minutes, because boy, it's looking freaking good. It smells amazing. All right, let's let that simmer for another 10 minutes. Oh boy, would you look at that? Oh man, okay. So this is still very liquidy, but now we just take the top off and we just gotta let that liquid reduce, you know? And once it's reduced, that's it. It's done. Chicken should only have about 9 minutes left too. All right, I'm gonna add some salt and pepper on top, just like the recipe calls for. All right, as you can see, the chicken is all good and done. It is cooked to perfection. But unfortunately, the chutney has not, it hasn't reduced yet. It's still very liquidy. I can't really say why. I don't know why, but hopefully it won't take too much longer. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the chicken with some aluminum foil just to make sure it doesn't go cold. And we're gonna see how much longer this takes. Okay, look at this, guys. That is exactly what it should look like. Now, I will say, that took a little over 30 minutes to reduce. Like, a lot longer than the recipe said. Maybe I did something wrong, but who knows? Right now, I'd say that is the perfect texture and consistency. Guys, when I tell you I'm excited about this, I hope this is as good as a loquat chutney. I really do. I want all my chutneys to be good, because I do plan on making more. The recipe said that this would go great on anything from chicken to fish to pork. But it also said, if you have any excess chutney, you should try it on brie cheese, which is exactly what I intend to do. We'll put a little on the side there for the cheese. All right, first things first is the chicken. That's the main course in this 3-course meal today. So let me go ahead and get off a nice big bite. All right, count with me, audience, out loud in your home. 3, 2, 1. Hey, yeah! Yo, that's good! Holy crap! That is so good. Hold on. I didn't have that alone.
Hey Frank, it's me, your roommate Kyle. I should, like off camera, totally try some of that chicken, right?
Off camera, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me,
totally.
Kyle. I'm not as cool as the other roommate, Aaron, unfortunately.
Aaron, if you want to come over here and have some on camera, you can.
I'm Kyle.
Man, that turned out so good. The blueberries give it a more tart flavor, whereas the loquats gave off a more sourish flavor. Plus, with the extra peppers you put in, that was a spicier, almost more sour chutney. This, I wouldn't say it's on the sweet side. Wow. But it's definitely, you know what? It is more on the sweet side. I will say that actually. This is a sweeter, but still somehow savory chutney. All right, let me just try this in the brie cheese, which is a cheese I did not get to rank in my cheese tier list, but maybe in the future. All right, put that on top here. Oh my gosh, I gotta make a charcuterie board. Oh my gosh. Brie's flavor isn't super strong to begin with, but once the two flavors mix, let me try it. Oh yeah. Brie's okay, but once you add the chutney to it, oh my gosh, it improves tenfold. I would say this is just as much a success as the loquat chutney was. Oh baby, I gotta make more chutney. All right, now that we've had our main course, which I will finish as soon as the camera goes off, it is time to make the pie. So, Katrina's about to join me, and when she does, we're gonna teach you how to make the best pie you have ever had. This is good. This is actually really good.
Okay. I require a taste, because that does sound really good.
All right, so now it is time for dessert. Oh, the most wonderful time. And Katrina, what do we have for dessert today?
So today we have a fresh blueberry pie.
Oh, of course, what else? Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Yeah, Yeah, so what we did was we went out and picked the blueberries ourselves, so they're all super fresh, and the best thing about them is that they have this tartness to them.
Yes, any blueberry that's a little bit red is the absolute best.
Hey, you gotta save those for the
No,
pie.
I'll save a lot for the pie, don't worry. So let's go ahead and tell everybody what you did.
Alright, so first thing I did was I measured out my blueberries. We have about 6 cups or 2 pounds.
Yes, it's a lot of blueberries.
So that's gonna make our filling, and that filling is gonna be transferred into our store-bought crust, because I didn't have time to make one.
That'll take a lot more time.
And there's nothing wrong with a store-bought crust. It's a good old graham cracker one. And so all those blueberries are gonna be piled into there. And I went ahead and measured out 2/3 cup to 3/4 cup. It really depends on how bitter.
Yeah, the more tart your blueberries, the more sugar you're gonna want to sweeten the pie up.
Right. And so we also did a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of freshly grated lemon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground allspice.
Allspice.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, so funny.
And 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt.
So step 1, you said, is we're gonna use this egg yolk to...
So we're going to brush one egg yolk over the pie crust to brown it a little bit.
Okay.
It just gives it a little crispy flavor, kind of makes it a little richer.
Nice, I like it. Our oven is currently set to 400. Is that what it's gonna be set to for the actual pie as well?
Yeah, so it starts out at 400 and then we're gonna back it down. I think it was to 350 for the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead, pop this sucker in there, and say, hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. She didn't hear me. So while the pie crust is in there, we're gonna mix this filling together, right?
Yes. So we're gonna take our nice fresh blueberries.
Yes.
And we are going to mix in our pre-measured dry ingredients.
Nice.
So all of that just goes right in.
The flour kind of went everywhere there. That's good stuff.
And we're going to dump our nice lemon zest in.
Yes, oh, it smells so
All
good.
Smells like spring.
It does, it really does.
It's fantastic. All right, now we're gonna need to mix it together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of the lemons that we already zested, and I like to add a little drizzle of lemon juice right into the filling. It adds an extra little citrusy kick.
Yes.
And helps some of those dry ingredients stick a little better.
I don't know, I love lemon. Oh, I forgot to say it. Lemon! Sure, it's coming soon. That was a lie. Oh yeah, now that we've added the lemon zest, everything's starting to stick together a lot nicer. That looks so good. I kind of just want to eat that with a spoon. But I shall not.
We need it for the pie.
We need it for the pie, but oh man, that would be so good. Oakley dokley, time to get that crust out. The 5 minutes have gone by. I can't grab this with these crab claws.
Ooh, looks
It
good.
does look good. Browned just nicely.
Yes.
So now should I set the oven for a lower temperature, like
Nope.
350?
The pie itself goes in at 400 for 20 minutes, and then we back it off halfway through when we add the streusel topping.
Yes, okay, my bad. All right, what's next?
What we do is we take the crust that's now been lovely and browned, and we go ahead and put in our filling. All right, well, now we get to raise this up to the camera because, careful, it's very hot.
It's not too
Are you
hot.
sure?
I touch hot things all day at
You gotta
work.
hold underneath.
Look at that, man. That looks freaking good. And that is hot.
I told you.
Yeah, I have built up a tolerance to heat.
Yeah, but you shouldn't
You
make
know,
a
well
habit of
there.
it.
Okay, so now does it go in the oven?
Yes, now it can go in the oven.
I will put my oven mitts back on.
Yeah, so this now goes in at 400 for 20 minutes. You can go ahead and put it in.
I know, but my crab claws are gonna drop it. I need my dexterity.
Please be careful.
Here we go, baby.
Please.
All right. Oh, okay. Woo! That was nerve-wracking. So we do our own stunts here on Let's Be Frank.
Yes, so now is the point at which we make our streusel topping. So that lovely little bit of golden goodness that covers the top of a crust. Oh yeah, it's so good. And so what we're going to do is we're going to mix together our ingredients
Alrighty.
and get those all set.
Sweet, let's do it. So the recipe we're using isn't super specific about how much brown sugar to use, but the recipe says 1/3 sugar, and then it says and brown sugar. So we're assuming that also means 1/3 of brown sugar. So
You know, it has been over a year since I've made this recipe,
Yeah.
and the screenshots that I saved may or may not have been incomplete.
but I think 1/3 is going to be just fine. This is just that delicious crust that's going to go on top. I don't think adding a little bit too much or too less brown sugar is going to hurt us.
All right, now we need 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. It calls for ginger, but again, I don't have the exact measurement. So what we're going to do is, I think, probably 1/8.
Okay, just a little bit, just a dash.
Now we just mix it.
Now we just mix it. Let me do the honors.
All right.
And almost forgot to mention, you don't just need all these little spices in here, you gotta add your butter. That's what helps it get nice and kind of clumpy, you know?
And for that, you only need a tablespoon.
Yeah, so not too bad. Right time is up. Now, we get it out of the oven. And we kind of discovered a way to avoid the whole topsy-turvy crab claw deal. We just put the pie on a baking sheet. Should have done that to begin with, but whatever.
Yep, just set it right on top of the stove.
Yep.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to put on top our streusel crumble, and meanwhile, I'll have you drop the oven temperature to 350 degrees.
Yes. All right, and back in the oven it goes. How long, Katrina?
About 35 to 45 minutes. It really depends on how quick it actually browns. And what we're actually looking for is for the blueberries to be bubbling eagerly.
Oh, is that the word?
That's the technical term, eagerly.
Okay, I like it. Hey Siri, set a timer for 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Starting now.
Sweet. See ya in 40 minutes. Our 45 minutes have passed, and now it's time to get this sucker out of the oven. So good.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks freaking amazing. Check this out, guys.
And now you see why putting the pan there was a really good idea.
Yeah.
There is a huge pool of blueberry juice.
Yeah, you can kind of
Big old mess.
dripping down.
And we'd rather have it in the pan than in the bottom of the oven.
Absolutely. So now that it's out of the oven, is there any more steps you need to take?
So now the hardest part with fruit pies is they actually have to set. So that means putting them in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours.
Oh.
I know, it seems like a long time, but the wait is so worth it.
We're gonna go with 2 hours. So let's get this bad boy in the fridge and we'll get back to you in 2 hours. And the pie should be done cooling. Look at that beautiful pie. Katrina, that turned out so amazing.
Because it's really not set. Like, at all.
Well, that's on me. If the presentation isn't great, you can blame me for that because I'm a little over-eager right now. You're actually gonna have some plans coming up within like under an hour, so we just gotta go.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yes. Hey, it being messy is only gonna make it even better, easier to eat, you know? I am so excited about this, guys. All right, get a nice big spoonful.
Should get some of that streusel.
Yes, absolutely. All right, 3, 2, 1. What a great ending to this blueberry themed day. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. I almost just drooled everywhere.
Please don't.
Oh, but it's so good.
I know.
The presentation is my fault for taking it out early. If you leave it in for the appropriate amount of time, this will not only taste great, but look great. Oh my gosh. It has to. Okay. Wow, that's good. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. And thank you, Katrina, for showing us your pie recipe.
Well, absolutely. It's one of my favorites when it comes to the spring.
Yes, definitely. And you know what? I have a newfound appreciation for blueberries. We had a delicious appetizer, an incredible main course, and just the best dessert ever. So if you guys want to make any of this, please go ahead, by all means. And make sure you subscribe for future videos. Like the video if you have not liked it already, and follow my Instagram and Facebook at Let's Be Frank 2020. Oh, and follow my TikTok at Let's Be Frank TikTok. With all that being said, we have gotten some more food to eat, and we gotta let this pie sit just a little bit longer. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.